WWF stands for World Wide Fund for Nature. It was formerly known as the World Wide Fund but changed its names to reflect that it works on a variety of environmental problems, not only wildlife. It first opened its door on 30 July 1972. The environment of World Wide Fund for Nature WWF Malaysia works to preserve the natural world for the benefit of people and animals with 6 main objectives, which are forest, ocean, wildlife, food, climates and energy, and fresh water. For 4 decades, the organization has worked to create a peace between humans and nature. It's now managed over 90 projects throughout Malaysia, spanning about spectrum of environmental protection and nature conservation activities. The early activity of Worldwide Fund for Nature WWF Malaysia was devoted to scientific study on animals and critical nature ecosystem. The WWF also formed a special team, it's called Protect, to combat the widespread poaching in Sabah. Malaysia today has a plethora of endangered animals that are naturally treasured. The Malaya tiger is one of them. Because of their fur, Malaya tiger are one of the most endangered wild creatures. The WWF has taken the lead in ensuring that their habitat is well protected and cared for. They will mark each tiger body in order to determine the animal's amount. Next activity is Earth Hour, is a WWF program that encourage people to work together to guarantee that everyone is fully committed to their environmental protection. They also should be aware that climate change is the result of environmental problems being destroyed. To keep the Earth's temperature steady and avoid extreme climate changes, greenhouse gases must be minimized. Another activity is to welcome anyone who has new ideas regarding environmental protection to join WWF, because the WWF aim is to put an end to environmental destruction. This is also to provide educational opportunity for the youngest generation in order to ensure that nature is preserved. The goal of this organization is to bring human life into balance with the environment, can also promote natural life to all in order to raise awareness that human life is reliant on it.
There are a few activities that WWF do to save our nature. The first one, to save our seafood campaign. To save our seafood campaign can raise awareness about proper seafood consumption habits among the general public. It also helps to encourage dietary diversity that is sustainable. The second one is to investigate the use of chemical and toxicant. Companies have made it a practice to put chemical into their product in order to increase the quality of their product. The WWF has validated several facts about the danger of pesticides to human, animal and environment. Chemicals are frequently employed in insecticides. A somewhat high chemical content can also be found in commonly used beauty products. The third one is develop a campaign called Stockpiles Africa. Stockpiles Convention responded a situation dangerous anti-pollution control campaign were carried out intensively. The WWF, which based in Africa, has developed a campaign called Stockpile Africa to eradicate the widespread use of pesticides.
As we all already know, WWF does involve directly with protecting the wildlife. They may seem to be doing a lot and also involved in many projects, but there are many challenges that they have to face in order to complete all the projects and the campaigns. The first challenge is shrinking forests. The forest is being cleared in a large scale without full monitoring by the responsible parties. During this pandemic, we could see that illegal logging activities are reducing in numbers, but many have estimated that the number will go straight up again when it ends due to the lack of awareness among us. We could see in one study, more than 500,000 hectares of forest in Malaysia being cleared up, and that is more than what is allowed, which is 300,000. On the other hand, Myanmar stated around 27% loss of their forest, which is put it at risk, and due to that, WWF have to face challenge in maintaining wildlife habitat. Next is disappearing wildlife. Loss of habitat makes wildlife roaming around everywhere, and that is very dangerous for them and also for us. For example, in Felder Sulan Plangua, Musang, Kelantan, it was said that the locals saw a bear and tiger destroy their farms and causing them a lot of trouble since they have to deal with the loss. Human activities does contribute a lot in this problem, especially those who are irresponsible and selfish enough not to care about the preservation of the wildlife natural habitat. In this, we could see that in Alostar there were around 3 wild elephants were found dead due to the poisoning. It was said that there are parties that wants to expand their farms and purposely bug in the animals' habitat to accomplish their wish by killing the animals.
There are several challenges that the WWF Malaysia had to face in the journey to save the nature. The next one is increasingly of poaching activities made by the poachers who are greedily killed the wildlife and took their part of body to sell it at the black market. That is why there was a massive declining of Malayan tigers population for the past few years, and as a result on this day it is only estimated less than 200 tigers left out of 3,000 before. The next one is climate change. Climate change can contribute toward the increasing of heat, wildfires, health impact due to the heat, drought, and many more. To prove this statement, for the past few years, there are many cases regarding the issue where the forest was burnt due to the wildfire where it brought by the wind and began to spread the forest. And last but not least, polluted planet. As we already know, pollution can contribute to the damages to our planet. Pollution can be found in the river, sea, land, and air. One of the things that causing the pollution is plastic. Plastic makes the environment become filthy, disgusting, and disturbing. It also can cause threat to human as water are one of our sources, along with marine lives.
Recommendation for wild creatures: in the event that you run over a creature that has a high likelihood of termination, for instance, an ungulate, we can take photos of these creatures and post them to online media. This demonstration will make the poacher discover about the creature's whereabouts and will kill it. Concerning marine creatures, we can satisfy our obligations as people by not tossing trash into seawater, particularly plastic. As parents, they can teach their children not to throw trash into seawater. Governments have a colossal duty to guarantee that wild creatures don't get terminated in their country. This is on the grounds that these creatures are normal fortunes in their country and ought to be safe so that they can be seen by people in the future. The Malaysian government has worked together with 3 NGOs to ensure the wild creature, the Malayan tiger, from being compromised with annihilation.
The conclusion is non-profit WWF organization dedicated to protect and preserving natural life that increasingly being exploited by humans, resulting in animal, forest degradation, and marine life loss. Irresponsible humans and those who less understand of the importance of nature to human life. More people are encouraged to join the organization in order to broaden their knowledge and contribute to the improvement of nature life. When many regions are created that become place for the construction of new habitat for animal and marine life.